Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Parth. We are on to our SQL interview series. Let's jump right into the SQL question and start solving a medium Snapchat interview question. So the question goes like, assume you're given a table below containing information on Snapchat users, their ages and their time spent sending and opening snaps. We are only interested in sending and opening snaps. Write a query to obtain a breakdown of the time spent sending versus opening snaps as a percentage of the total time spent on these activities for each group. Output the age bracket in percentage of sending and opening snaps, round the percentage to 2 decimal places. Notes here they have provided the formula we have to use to calculate the percentages. We'll get to it a bit later. Right now we want to get our data into a form where we can start analyzing or start calculating those percentages. So let's quickly have a look at the table. We have activities table with activity ID, user ID, activity type. We also have a chat activity, which we do not have to focus on right now. We are only interested in send and open. And here is an example activities table. And we also have an age breakdown where we are provided with specific age brackets on which we have to aggregate this data. And let's quickly have a look at what the final output should look like. So we have age brackets and we have send percentage and open percentage for each of those age brackets. So now we have some clarity on how we have to approach the problem. The first step would be, what is the form or shape of the table at which we can start calculating these percentages? So essentially what we are looking at is we are looking at a table with 3 fields, where the first is the age bracket, age bucket or age bracket. So let's use this age bucket. So this is one of the columns which we are looking at. The second column which we are looking at is the total open time spent, and we are looking at send time spent. So we want to get a table where we have these 3 columns for each age bucket. So let's get started. I'll name this table as say with statistics as, and at this stage what we want to do is we want to select age bucket. We can see that we already have the age buckets in the age breakdown, which is not the same as the activities table. So we do have to do some kind of join to get that data into to be able to process and aggregate on the age brackets. So let's keep that at the back of our mind. So essentially we are looking at two cases, where first we want to filter on open activity type, secondly we want to filter on send, and the third will be the total aggregate of both the activities. So first we want to select the age bucket to start off with. Second is our case when a dot activity type equals to open. So we want to do a sum here, then a dot time spent. So here what we are trying to do is we are trying to aggregate time spent per age bucket for each activity type. So we'll have to use some kind of group by at the end as well, and we can else 0 and as say open time spent. Then we have the second case as well, where we want to sum case when a dot activity type equals to send, then again a the time spent, else 0 and as send time spent. And we have the third case where we simply want to aggregate a dot time spent as total time spent. So here, if you see, we are not filtering on the activity type. We want it from activities as A. We are giving an alias to it when we want to join as A. And we want to do a left join age breakdown as AB on a.user_id equals to ab.user_id, and we want to group this on age bucket. Let's see if this gives us the answer we are looking for. We might have missed something, but we'll revisit it again if needed from statistics. So if we look at the output here, something seems off. We have more total time spent than the added of both open and send. And essentially what this means is we also have to filter on the activity type and make sure that we are only considering open and send. So let's include that filter right here, where a dot activity type in open send, and this should give us what we are looking for right now. Yeah, so the additions lead to what the total time spent is. And now at this stage we want to calculate the percentages for each age bracket. So essentially we want to select age bucket, and there was some constraints on what the percentages should be. So round the percentage to 2 decimal places, so we'll be using the round function here. To avoid integer division, percentage is multiplied by 100 and not, okay. So let's go about implementing this here. We want to do 100 times, say open time spent divided by total time spent. And we want to round it to 2 decimal places. Let's name it as open percentage. And we also have around 100 times send time spent divided by total time spent to as send percentage. We want to select it from statistics. Okay, this should give us the answer we are looking for. Let's have a look at if we have the column names right. We have send percentage, we have open percentage, and we have the age brackets here. Okay, let's try to run it and see if it leads to the answer we are looking for. Let's try to submit it and see if it works out, or in case we have missed something somewhere, fingers crossed. Okay, so it looks like it's working fine. We have been able to make a submission. I hope you like the video. If you have been following the series, you see that we are gradually starting with medium and harder problems. So if you're preparing for your data science, machine learning, or SQL interviews, stay tuned, and I'll be posting more videos here. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.